In today's video, let's see the Maritime Labor Convention, 2006, Part 3, Application of MLC, 2006 to the type of vessels. MLC applies to all commercial vessels registered in the United States, regardless of flag state. Except for a few exclusions indicated in their circular addressing the applicability of MLC on different types of vessels, this will cover recreational and commercial yachts that are involved in foreign trips. To be eligible for the MLC certificate, a vessel's gross tonnage must be greater than 500. Guidelines indicate that boats under 500 GRT voluntarily comply with the convention and as recorded by the flag states. MLC 2006 compliance requirements. The flag state government either performs the MLC certification procedure themselves or a recognized organization, RO, may be authorized to do so on their behalf. The permission may cover the whole procedure, from DMLC submission through inspection and ship operational verification to MLC certificate issue, or just a portion of it. The service providers on behalf of the flag states are usually classification societies or other third parties that specialize as recognized organizations. Period of validity of the MLC certificate. Following a comprehensive examination and verification that the boats satisfy the MLC's basic standards, the MLC certificate may be granted for a term of not more than 5 years. To ensure that vessels flying the flags of member nations continue to comply with the convention's criteria and norms, the flag's competent body may renew the certificate and keep a public record of it. The certificate would be given on an interim or provisional basis for periods not exceeding 6 months to newly constructed ships and ships undergoing a change of flag. Survey requirements and port state control. Other inspections, such as the intermediate inspection, will be conducted meticulously after the first survey and inspection. Port state control has the authority to board any vessel at any time to check conformity with the MLC. However, if the vessel does not comply with the MLC standards, the port state control inspectors have the authority to hold it. In terms of PSC, MLC compliance is primarily determined by the existence of the Declaration of Maritime Labor Compliance, the MLC certificate granted to the fleet, and a strategy to execute MLC content. Time taken to get certified. Every crew member must have an Authorized Seafarer Employment Agreement, or C, as one of the major criteria of complying with MLC. The permission must be obtained in consultation with the flag state and must include specific MLC-mandated conditions. The PSC will inspect the previous seafarer contracts, which will be replaced or utilized in accordance with the C. In the absence of this, the certification time will be determined by the gap analysis, the issuing of newer agreements, and the creation of plans and manuals. Furthermore, each shipowner's pay and other perks may differ from those mandated by the MLC. The time it takes to examine, revise, and approve the requirements, as well as the time it takes to certify, might take weeks or months. Fixing up or scheduling inspections. Every flag state is solely responsible for ensuring that the MLC convention's requirements are properly implemented on board ships flying their flags. This also means that the flag state is in charge of coordinating subsequent measures related to work and living conditions, as well as establishing an efficient system for inspections and MLC-related certifications. The flag state is also responsible for appointing enough qualified inspectors to carry out the certification processes. The time between inspections should not be more than 36 months apart. MLC, like ISM and ISPS certifications, requires inspectors to conduct examinations, tests, or inquiries to ensure strict compliance with the convention's regulations and to ensure that any deficiencies, if any, are corrected to avoid serious breaches of the convention's standards or would pose a significant risk to the health, safety, and security of seafarers. The inspectors might even prevent the ship from leaving port until the faults are fixed. Dealing with inspections, as previously indicated, the flag state has the authority to revoke the MLC certificate if the vessel fails to pass the required inspections and fulfill its responsibilities. If it is clear that the concerned vessel has failed to execute the MLC standards aboard, the inspector has the authority to hold the vessel in port throughout his procedure. With the number of inspections expected to grow at an exponential rate, the number of detentions is expected to rise as well. Inspection failures might result in significant commercial and financial losses for the vessel, charterers, and owners. As a result, the only approach to avoid such dangerous circumstances is to guarantee that the vessels properly follow the MSC Convention. Documentation required. In short, member states require each vessel to keep a hard copy of the convention on board at all times, along with the MLC certificate and a declaration of maritime labor compliance outlining the convention's obligations, including working and living conditions for seafarers and MLC compliance measures. Parts 1 and 2 of the Declaration of Maritime Labor Compliance. Maritime Labor Certificate. Recent Inspection Report. Evidence that all seafarers on board are at least 16 years old. Evidence that the crewing agencies comply with the MLC criteria. Evidence that no risky or nighttime work is being done for seafarers 18 years of age. A seafarer's employment agreement, signed by the seafarer and the shipowner or an authorized representative. A valid certificate of competency and valid training certificates for all seafarers on board. A copy of the Collective Bargaining Act, and its English translation. Records of personal safety training and safety sessions performed aboard. Records of all accidents, incidents, investigations, and subsequent analysis conducted on board. Records of seafarer familiarization and rest or work hours. The 2006 Maritime Labor Convention, MLC, represents a watershed moment in the history of the global maritime sector. MLC is anticipated to improve the lives of seafarers operating offshore and increase the safety and security of seagoing vessels if it is implemented. Hope you liked this video. If you have any questions or comments, please drop it in comment box. For more such videos, subscribe to Marinaura.